Of traffic right now, heading out the door nice and quiet on this Friday, and normally on Friday mornings traffic does tend to be a little bit quieter, less people on the road for the morning drive. This is a live look here, the beach line traveling here close to Cimarron Boulevard, heading to Orlando International Airport this morning. No issues there along the beach line, the 417 or Cimarron. And this crash here at Nova Road and State Road 520, if you've been tuning in Christmas, this is has just cleared this morning for that morning drive, so no longer going to see any of those flashing lights, but wanted to give you that update if you were tuning in within the last 15 minutes. I-4 in downtown Orlando, traffic is getting heavier this morning. Eastbound getting off at Princeton and the Abbott Health exit. You can see some delays there. Westbound not as heavy so far in both directions. No need to hop in those express lanes, so waiting for that sun to rise, but off to a good, comfortable start for your Friday morning drive. In between, not bad, Marquise. I'm really looking forward to this weekend with those nice temperatures and a lot of events. Be sure to tune into our Pride Parade or come out. I'll be live along Orange Avenue, and we do have those road closures over on WESH.com. So a lot of those if you're going to be in or around downtown Orlando tomorrow. In terms of your current traffic conditions, there is a crash here along Boggy Creek Road that's right at Weatherby Road. This is off of the 417 heading towards Orlando International Airport. This is right at that Amazon facility if you're familiar with this area. Some red here showing the lane closures. This is a crash with some injuries, so I'll continue to monitor that on CW18. But other than that, it's been very quiet on this Friday. I-4 eastbound, some construction here in Champions Gate, right at County Road 532. Not blocking any lanes though in I-4 in Winter Park. Off to a beautiful start for your Friday. Waiting for that sun to rise. Still pretty dark this morning. Westbound traffic picking up, but so far this morning, no need for those express lanes in either direction. Here's a look at those travel times. We are slowly seeing them build here in Champions Gate along I-4 from US 27 to South Street in downtown Orlando. We're at 30 minutes eastbound, 24 minutes if you're traveling westbound. It is almost 6:52 on your Friday. Happy Friday. Your top stories are straight ahead. Yeah, downtown's going to be very busy tomorrow, especially not just for the Pride Parade, but other events going on. So I would recommend taking a ride share if you're traveling into downtown Orlando from the early afternoon all the way through the evening. Downtown Orlando right now, nice and quiet. Just one crash working to clear right now along Boggy Creek Road. This is close to Orlando International Airport, right at Weatherby Road. Expect some lane closures there close to Orlando International Airport. And getting a check of traffic right now, there is a deadly crash I'm monitoring in Kissimmee. It's along Orange Blossom Trail here, right at Hilda Street. This is again in Osceola County in the Kissimmee area. Now, this was just confirmed by the Florida Highway Patrol to be a deadly crash. And this is right next to the Abbott Health Hospital in Kissimmee. So there is a closure here at this intersection. You need to avoid that stretch of OBT this morning and likely going to be shut down for a couple of hours because again, that crash did just pop up and it's already been confirmed, unfortunately, to be a deadly crash. There's also a slowdown here and some lane closures along Boggy Creek Road. This is closer to Orlando International Airport. This is right at Weatherby Road near that big Amazon facility. There is a crash here with some injuries reported, so avoid that stretch of Boggy Creek just off of the 417. I-4, we are still nice and quiet for that Friday morning drive, waking up to a nice sunrise this morning, and that sun finally decided to come up. You can see no heavy delays so far in either direction along I-4, and those travel times starting to see those slowdowns near those theme parks. Eastbound from US 27 in Champions Gate to South Street in downtown Orlando, we're sitting at 35 minutes. It is 7:22, but we have a lot more stories and weather to get to. We'll have more coverage of that straight ahead.
First morning traffic expert Meaghan Mackey, who is following breaking news on the roads.
Yeah, there's a deadly crash, Christina, along Orange Blossom Trail. It's right at Hilda Street. This is in Kissimmee. There is a closure at this intersection. This is close to the Abbott Health in Kissimmee, so avoid traveling there. Sadly, it is confirmed to be deadly, and we did learn this information right at 7 o'clock. That is when this crash happened. So this intersection is going to be closed for probably a couple of hours this morning. You can use John Young Parkway as that detour. I-4 though, nice and quiet to begin off our Friday morning drive. This is a live look in downtown Orlando. Some heavier delays here traveling westbound, but so far those roads for our morning forecast, Marquise Mita, are nice and dry.
Nice to see, for sure.
We want to get to our first morning traffic expert with breaking news out on the roads. We've got trouble on Orange Blossom Trail.
Yeah, there's a deadly crash there, Jason. This is in Kissimmee, that section here right at Hilda Street. You can see here the closure in both directions for that deadly crash. You're going to want to avoid traveling in that area this morning. John Young Parkway is going to be the detour. I-4, we are nice and quiet this morning. But as Jason mentioned, a lot of events going on this weekend in downtown Orlando. And we also have Biketoberfest, so watch for those motorcyclists, especially this weekend in Volusia County. County. Marquis, at least for our morning forecast, looking like we are.
Now let's get a check of your traffic with First Warning traffic expert Meaghan Mackey. You're still following some breaking news on the roads.
Yeah, there's a deadly crash, Christina. This is in Kissimmee, Orange Blossom Trail right at Hilda Street next to the Advent Health in Kissimmee. So John Young Parkway is going to be the detour there for that morning drive. We are still working to learn those details, but we'll continue to update you here on air as well as on WESH.com. I-4, we're quiet in terms of crashes. A beautiful start in Winter Park from our tower camera right at Lee Road. You can see I-4 looking great heading towards downtown Orlando. Marquis, a great sunrise to end off our work week.
Yeah, it looks amazing.